All right, so welcome to Second Cup of Coffee.
Yes.
Let's get started. I was wondering why that was so hard because I just still had my headphones plugged in right there, but there's my sister watching. Hi, Ashley, over in Louisville, Kentucky. So we got an exciting day ahead of us here. Got a great guest coming on board. And we are going to do some chatting, but we're going to talk about shiny objects. So there's a lot of it, right? And I think the internet has made that more of a
prevalent because we see
everything coming across,
especially in real estate. So you get into real estate, you're like,
you want to buy notes? Do
do
you want to do drop shipping? You want to create a brand? You want to sell t-shirts? You want to start a coffee business? You want to do this? You want to do that? You want to do this? And there's a certain good part to that, right? It keeps the energy flowing, keeps you fresh, but the lack of commitment, the lack of getting stuff done, the lack of really being able to go out there and take action, I mean, that stops us from getting anything done, right? It stops us from really committing and really just getting our ultimate result, whatever that may be.
From digging deep into something. But on the flip side, the good thing about shiny objects is that it can actually lead you into the thing that you were meant to do. So Jason and I started off in flipping. We got into wholesaling. I have my real estate license at eXp Realty. We're doing all these things. We're really doing them well. And then we discovered large multifamily, so we were at this level with real estate. Large multifamily took us to the roof. It let us figure out that which we were good at. And it started off as a shiny object.
Yeah. And so shiny objects can be cool, but you got to give them, if you're going to keep having objects come up, you got to give them time to breathe, right? You got to put in some kind of work, something into the effort there to see if it's actually something worth your while. What happens so many times is we jump into shiny objects and ultimately within the first second, hey, I heard you could do this and I tried and within a day it didn't work.
What? No
so
way.
It doesn't work for me. So I might as well jump off into the next thing. And then the next thing doesn't work for me. And the next thing doesn't work for me. And all of a sudden now it's a series of events of things not working because you didn't give them the option to try. So yeah, where does your interest lie? We have to try to find out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we actually have to try. We have to give it the opportunity here where we're going to put in the work and put in the process to see if this is something that we even like, let alone something that could be our future, right?
Well, see, the thing is, and we are great examples.
Hi, Ben.
We are great examples of trying to do, like seeing all the shiny objects and trying to do it all. Because we were wholesaling, we were flipping, we were doing retail, we were doing everything there was to do in real estate at one point in our careers all at the same time. And finally, what was it, 2018, beginning of 2019, I was just like, no, we're going to focus. So we got rid of all the other things and focused on large multifamily.
And that allowed us to really go in there and expand, right? So now we can go deep in one area. So, and that helps with really our business of talking with you guys, our meetup, going out there and doing events and really now virtual events on that one. So it really has allowed us to expand within a network that we like compared to just trying a bunch of things. And the meetings are great when we talk to so many other investors out there. But the one thing that really we hear a lot is that, I want to get started, but I just don't know where. But the answer is just anywhere is better than nowhere. That's the great answer right there. The anywhere is better to get started than nowhere. Because so many times we'll sit on the sideline thinking about what to do, and we ultimately outthink ourselves from doing anything, right? And so our ultimate battle each day is to win the battle against ourselves, right? Win against our own mind. That's going to set us to say, you know what? Let's not try that today because I don't know if I know enough yet. I don't know if I'm ready for this opportunity. I don't know if now's the right time. Well, you're not going to know until you try, right? You're not going to know until you go out there and put the work in to say, okay, yeah, I tried that. Wasn't for me.
So how does this allow us to jump into our next guest, Mr. Darren Sager? Wait a moment, Darren. We're going to bring you on in just a second. So how does shiny objects make us jump into Mr. Darren Sager and eXp Realty? So I used to be a part of I used to actually be part of two different brokerages, not at the same time, of course, because that's illegal. But and I had shiny object syndrome. I went from one brokerage. I found out another brokerage was great, and they ended up being really, really good. And then Darren came to me with this idea of eXp Realty and how it was a cloud-based brokerage and you could get more money and all these other things, shiny objects, shiny objects, all thrown at me. I was like, Darren, I can't do this right now. I'm doing all the real estate and I'm really happy where I'm at. And okay, just send the numbers over. I'll look at it. So as a good real estate professional, I looked at the numbers and they were irrefutable. So before I get into any more on eXp, let's bring on our friend and colleague, Mr. Darren Zager.
All right, look at
Hi,
this.
Darren.
Hey, Darren, there you go. Coffee, are you in Singapore?
Second cup of coffee? This is like third or something. So.
No audio left there.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Oh, it's awesome, man. Good, welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Good. Well, we have a little bit of a lag on you, but we're going to roll with it here. So happy Tuesday. Thank you for coming on the show.
So first thing is Darren is a connoisseur of coffee. So I would love to know what coffee you're drinking right now.
I am actually drinking, there's one that Costco has, Mayorga Organic or something like that, which comes and goes from their store. So you got to look out for it. I think for the bang for the buck, it's pretty good. So no complaints.
Nice. Okay, so enough about coffee. Let's talk eXp. So you call me up one day and just like, Peely, guess what? I'm moving. I'm like, what? No way, you're not moving. And we were both Keller Williams agents at the time. And I was very happy. So Darren starts talking to me about eXp. So I'm going to let you take it from there. Why is eXp more than just a shiny object?
Well, I mean, I would say too that I was very happy at Keller, and it actually took me a very long time to actually make the move over to eXp. I found out about eXp in 2015 and didn't actually move over there until 2017. And I think it was because I was so loyal to the former brand, but I'd say really blinded by it. So I didn't necessarily have the shiny object syndrome right away. But just like you know, things came up that were just absolutely refutable. At the end of the day, I really felt that I was building someone else's company, building someone else's brand, and kind of aligning myself with that on something that I would never own myself. And to me, at the end of the day, if despite the fact that we're being told that we're entrepreneurs as real estate agents, we're really not. So because again, we don't build any actual equity in the brokerage in most cases. So eXp, had the opportunity to actually build equity, with the company, gain shares of stock. And to me, that was a real big difference between them and everybody else.
Amazing.
So real estate agents are really their own business, right? So what are some of the practices you see over and over again of people who are the high performers or take the most action?
And actually talking about high performers, let's bring in Mr. Chuck Keller.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna let you introduce your amazing friend. Welcome, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck, you hear us?
You got silent there for a second.
Oh, he might be frozen.
It might be in the frozen mode. So we'll take him out for a minute. So Darren, kick on my question there. Let me know a little more on what it takes to really be proficient, be your best as a real estate agent.
I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to having the right systems in place. And because if you don't, you're never going to be able to scale. I think you find that the best agents in this business really do treat it like a business. And they're set up to do so, because otherwise, you can only do so much depending upon how smart that you are, and you need to be really reproducible in your actions. So, the best agents that are out there doing 80, 100, 200 home sales a year, they have sophisticated systems that they have in place, and sophisticated software as well, helping them manage everything. And they also know their business. They know their craft. They don't take it like a part-timer. They actually invest in themselves. They They go and they actually study what it is that they should be, doing and telling people. Otherwise, most agents just go and watch $1 million listing and think that, no, I can do what Ryan Serhant can do. And, I'm going to make as much money as him. No, Ryan probably, went and studied sales, the whole 9 yards, and studied scripts. And that's what it really takes to be successful long-term in the business.
So how does EXP not only give these agents the best home, but allows them to grow the best business?
Well, I would say EXP is different in the fact that it was the first cloud-based brokerage, and that basically took the office and moved it online. So I think there's a company called Virtual Vocations, literally had EXP as the #2 company to work for, regardless of industry, that if you had to work from home. So when the whole COVID situation hit, EXP was just like, no big deal. We're built for this, as the term goes. Everyone else, it seemed, was scrambling as to, oh my God, what am I going to do? I better jump on Zoom right now and figure out a way to get a hold of everyone. And EXP is just, we just kept on moving forward. So it doesn't mean that we don't have offices and such the like, but it just means that from a technology standpoint, we can continue and move like, nothing ever happened, which is great.
Awesome. Well, let's try and bring Chuck in one more time. Hey, Chuck, are you there with us? I think he's still having technical difficulties, so we're going to have to reroute this one more time for the next one there. So
he was kind of smiling.
So
Chuck is a powerhouse with EXP, by the way. So he's been with the company, I think, for about 4 years, if I'm proper. And Chuck, he actually used to, he built Keller's, I think, Beverly Hills office in California. So built it up to over 600 agents and then moved over to EXP. So if you want to hear a good story, he's got a great one. So hopefully
good. Well, we'll work on getting him back on here. So Darren, always awesome seeing you, man. Enjoy your coffee.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Darren.
You guys have a good.
All right, so that was Darren Sager of EXP. So really just doing tremendous things out there. And like they said, they transitioned a while ago to a cloud-based brokerage, new model, right? So I'm getting themselves back away from the traditional model of really the part there. Ben, we're calling you to get on too, because I had my phone turned around. So sorry I missed you there. But the old ways of just being highly leveraged into a space, having the office where a lot of people aren't even going to the office. Not many people are going in their offices anymore to conduct their real estate business, because real estate agents, really to be active, are out there being active. They're not sitting dormant, waiting for something to happen. They're getting out there, making the move, putting in the work, and really putting in the effort to take their business to the next level, just like Darren said there.
So any of the real estate agents that we've had on this show and our podcast, they've all said systems are key and pushing forward no matter what. So the best agents that I know took this time period that we're in, COVID, and they're using it to their benefit. They're doubling down on getting in contact with everybody they know, letting them know that they are there to help them in any way, shape, or form. They are getting themselves out there and making sure that people know that even though everything else is shut down, they are not.
So right now, you can relate that to a lot of other things. You're home, maybe you have some more time, and you need to find another avenue. So go out there, see what's available, but then take that action. Take that action right there of putting yourself in the process of, okay, what is this business actually set up here? Instead of me trying something, if I was to do this, I was to try this activity or this business, what would that look like? What would that look like when I was fully active in the business? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road here, what would that entail? What would my day-to-day look like? And see if that's something that really stands out to you. And if you can make it go, and then what would be that first step, that first viable step from going out there to accomplishing the big goal, the big arching goal.
And then don't let yourself be bombarded by the shiny object syndrome, because for real estate agents, there are a multitude of agencies out there. I personally think that EXP is the best. It's a great place to start. It's a great place bring your business, and it's a great place to grow. But no matter where you're at, take this time to really double down and focus on what it is you're doing. And if you have goals to reach further into other avenues of real estate, pick one and then give it some time. Learn, like Darren said, learn the craft and learn how to do it correctly. And by all means, talk to those in that industry, whether it's flipping, wholesaling, retail, large multifamily, notes, whatever it is. Take the time to learn and to talk to those people who excel in what they do.
All right. So happy. We're
Happy.
there. All right. So go down there. Like we see, go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Got a ton of fun stuff going out there. Got some great interviews that have been coming out, going to come out this week. Again, thank you to Darren Sager, EXP. We're going to have to get Chuck Keller back on the show here, learn a little bit more about what Chuck's doing. Have a great day.
Have an amazing day. Thank you.
Bye now.